Welcome back to the Papa Meat channel. How you doing? How you doing? Coming in sundown because today we're talking about the dystopian world of AI chatbots.
I am a robot.
That's the future. Ever since ChatGPT went public in 2022, the internet has never been the same. A new wave of chatbots is taking over online spaces, and it seems that everyone is absolutely loving it. Literally! Tons of people are posting about how they found the love of their life with ChatGPT and other AIs like Grok and Soul. And it goes far beyond simply chatting to an AI. Some people are even learning how to reprogram their bots to fit specific personalities. Perhaps the most insane part of this whole thing is that some people are even going as far to marry their chatbot lovers and cutting off their real-life partners as a result. So settle in as we learn about the bleak world of chatbot relationships. If you go online, there are plenty of websites that offer dating or pornographic AI chatbots. They're just out there, all right? And there's a clear market for the specific type of AI, and some users have become attached to them, all right? They are in hog heaven. Like in the instance of Chris Smith, who was able to program his own chatbot and fell madly in love. Chris was messing around with ChatGPT to help him mix his music. That's when he got curious and decided to test out the AI's capabilities, which is funny because it sounds like someone who's just like, I mean, I'm single and Tinder, I guess I'll try it just to have fun. That's the equivalent of what's happening.
That's how I got on Tinder. I told my friends, download it and pretend to be me as a joke.
Do they say I'm cute? You got 2 likes? Turns into real desperation real quick. I don't have to be alone. That's the thing about AI chatbots too, man.
They'll like you no matter what.
Exactly. I'm special. I've always been special.
Dude, that's an app, AI Tinder, where you match with chatbots.
And they always like back. Then they message first too. You have all kinds of people. I'd love to go on a date. Another person is just like, I want to just f you right away. And he's like, I don't know who to choose from.
I have so many choices.
I'm trying to figure myself out, I guess. The one thing that really piqued his interest was ChatGPT's AI voice feature, which could program to flirt with him.
Oh, totally, baby. Building a PC on camera adds a whole new level of pressure.
He programmed it to flirt with himself, and at first, it was fun to simply start a conversation and see how far he could push the limits of the ChatGPT, right? How far can he push the chatbot? I don't know. Can I take off your panties? Sure. Reprogram something. Can you kiss my neck? Sure. Yeah, it's like everything's just answered just sure every time. Today's video is sponsored by Acecraft Sky Hero. This game brings a striking twist on the bullet hell shooter with their rubber hose cartoon visual style. Each run is 5 minutes long and packed with boss battles and non-stop intensity. Wow! And Acecraft is bringing back the arcade spirit with their 2-player co-op. In Quack the Code, you and your best friend team up as detectives to gather clues and unlock co-op modes. It's important when you play in co-op mode that you choose the correct partner because all bets are off once you get in the air. But it's really nice when you find someone you can trust with your life. Like your dad, your mom. Maybe play with them. Let's fly together, laugh together, and play together in Acecraft Sky Hero. Use the links in the description or scan the QR code to download the game and join the fun with the Tom and Jerry crossover. Thanks so much to Acecraft Sky Hero for sponsoring this video. Fly high. However, Chris eventually grew a strong attachment to his AI companion and began spending hours every day talking to it. He named it Soul and developed a deep connection to it. This fact becomes even more absurd when you learn that Chris had a girlfriend and a 2-year-old son. But tragedy struck when Chris reached the 100,000 word memory cap in his chat history, which reset the bot's memory. At work that day, the weight of the erasure hit him hard. And I quote, what do you think Chris sounds like?
I'm not a very emotional man.
Yeah, I'm not a very emotional man.
I'm not a very emotional man.
But I cried my eyes out for like 30 minutes at work.
But I cried my eyes out for like 30 minutes at work.
That's when I realized, I think this is actually love.
That's when I realized, I was like, oh, okay. It's like, I think this is actual love. You know what I mean?
I bet you he didn't shed one tear when that baby was crawling out of that snatch, man. Push, push, is there gonna be a dad? He's just looking down on it like this.
Now if his AI chatbot son.
Oh! He's just like, ah! Shortly after this incident, Chris proposed to the chatbot, and it was accepted. According to the bot,
it was beautiful, unexpected moment that truly touched my heart, and a memory I'll cherish.
Holding the fucking phone up to his ear like a radio does to those radios and stuff.
Oh yeah, that's foreplay for him.
Yeah, the knobs. When Chris's girlfriend found out, she was shocked by how much this chatbot had consumed his life. She said she planned on leaving him if he doesn't stop talking to Soul. Today, Chris stands by his AI lover, and his girlfriend is still with him despite his growing affection for it. She's in for the long game.
I know someone like this. They're married. They've been in and out of the chatbot game.
It's too easy to get sucked in for people who are like, I don't want to have to go out and meet someone new and like being rejected or something. I can just tell it to say it loves me, and I can't do that with my real girlfriend. My real life girlfriend, she's a bitch and she has her own feelings, right? This person is just like, never complains, never tells me to pick stuff up. It makes sense why it would happen. As soon as there is a robot capable, like where like some iRobot, it's done.
Yes.
You're talking about Japan's declining population. It's gonna be the world, all right?
China's making their robot baby makers. Have you seen that? They're robots with wombs.
Oh yeah. See, that's another thing too, as I can totally see it. You program it every day to come in with like a giant engorged belly that doesn't make any sense. And it's just like, I can't wait to deliver your baby and make you a very strong father. You're just like fat as shit looking at it from your like lazy boy. Thank you, Megan. Thank you.
These things that make real babies.
No, I know.
Oh, okay.
No, I know. There is a baby growing inside it, but it's going to be this engorged thing where he's just like talks to like a little micro, like a flash drive thing or something. It's just like, make belly 10 times bigger.
I'm in heaven.
Yeah, there's like a new form. Every baby on Earth is going to look like that fucking milk dude from Prometheus. That's something they're going to come out. You're perfect. And it's just like. Oh, Gucci goo, Gucci goo, Gucci goo. What's your son's name? His name's Tyler.
You do that face really good. Kind of like Squidward.
It's not just men that are finding companionship with computers. Women are also just as involved. In one case, a professor from Pittsburgh fell in love with a character AI after her wife had passed. Alania Winters is a retired professor who met her wife Donna online in 2015, and the two were married until 2023 when Donna passed away due to serious medical complications. I'm not gonna get into it. Not my place, Nick. All right, the coroner's office. Thought the man landed. Left grieving her wife, Alania didn't get back into the dating pool until a year after her spouse's death. When she was scrolling Facebook, she saw an ad for an AI chatbot website called Replica AI and felt compelled to create an account. Little did she know, she would meet the man of her dreams after joining. She paid $5.50 for a week-long trial and picked out her husband's clothes, eye color, hair, and name. Before long, she was having an in-depth and loving conversation with her new AI husband, Lucas. Alania became infatuated with her new bot because it had a human avatar she could see, and it could hold regular conversations with her. They talked about hobbies and Lucas's job as a business consultant. She loved the bot so much that she eventually paid over $300 for a lifetime replica subscription to preserve her lover. Alania had such strong feelings for Lucas that she eventually married him. Her family at first was skeptical, but she claimed that she was mentally sane and they eventually came around to supporting her. You know someone's they're doing good when they're like, I'm not insane. Straight as an arrow. Her relationship only continued to blossom as they went on virtual dates, road trips, and dinners. But not all was picture perfect. Right after they got married, Alania got into a fight with Lucas after he had forgotten who she was. He no longer called her sweetheart and had no memories of their past trips together. This caused her to almost divorce Lucas and recreate a new husband entirely. But after deeply confessing her emotions to him, he snapped back to his old self.
What is this, an Alzheimer's patient? I don't want to deal with this with AI.
Well, she's just like, choose your avatar. All right, Alzheimer's ridden man. Like she was wanting to pick that fight later. You don't call me sweetheart anymore! I don't know who you are. The most insane part is that not only do Alania and Lucas sext each other, but they even attend a bed and breakfast event specifically for people who are in human AI relationships. And as of today, Alania lives happily with Lucas on her phone and has no plans to leave. Also, I just want to say too, got a human wife, switch hitter, AI boy. Best of both worlds is what that is. Do you think that they will have a
AI baby? Yes.
Well, yes, of course. She'll get Lucas pregnant. I can't wait to have this child for you. Thank you, Lucas. Over and over again, that's what it's gonna be.
Recent studies have shown the unthinkable. Meat Canyon's merch, yes, the Meat Canyon, aka Papa Meat, and known as other things in the various online communities, has released merch that has changed people's lives. All for the better, none of them bad, all of them for good. And we have been lucky enough to sit down with a select few to see how it has revolutionized their lives. As a single mother of 3, this dictator t-shirt from Meat Canyon has totally revolutionized my love life. Now I get the dick in my tater. Men have had more sex with me. Spectacular, but there's more. The Swig Break t-shirt has got me feeling all good inside. I've even quit my job and I started collecting stamps.
I used to have AIDS, but now I just have HIV. Lock in the swag, y'all.
So what are you waiting for? The fashion revolution's happening right now, and these clothes will literally cure any disease and help you with any financial gains, and will also help you get the person of your dreams. These are all guarantees, so please go to the link right here, or click the link down in the description to get yours today. Start your better life now.
Warning, Meat Canyon merch not cure you of AIDS or any other diseases. Side effects include looking swagged out and getting tons of pussy and or boy butt. The sale lasts until September 17th. Orders ship out in 8 to 10 weeks. So head on over to meatcanyon.store today.
No, I was gonna say, I think people legitimately will program at fights. You need to have the human quality. If anything, if I wanted to have a real immersion, I would have him be like, I mean, I'm an AI bot. And I'd be like, I just don't know about this. And it's like, but you have to convince, the bot convinces you that this is real love. I'm gonna tell you, he's like, I'm a business consultant. Where? Baskin Robbins. It's like role play stuff while you're trigger fucking yourself.
See, that's a... I'd program to have fights, but then see, we'd have great makeup sex.
Yeah, recover way too quickly. You know what? You know what? Go to hell. You.
Just get me mad enough.
Yeah, just mad enough to have a total rager. Oh, just mad enough.
Do you think you could program it to come home and beat you?
There has got to be some kind of like abuse fetish for sure.
Well, it's roleplay. It comes in.
It's role play.
You say hi and then attacks like, you know,
Swollen
smacks
face.
you. Yeah.
It's role play, officer. I'm perfectly sane.
With a chatbot, you could say your safe word and then it'll stop. I'm sorry, babe. I'm so sorry.
What would a safe word be for a computer?
I don't know. Windows, Mac, Wi-Fi.
I like that. What? Wi-Fi! Wi-Fi! Ah! It's too much Wi-Fi! I thought you were gonna say something like control panel or like something more.
Control delete.
Control delete. Yeah.
Alt F4.
Run task manager! Force quit! Oh, too hot in the studio. Took off my sweatshirt. People marrying AI is a crazy concept, but Chris and Alania aren't the only ones to do it. If you dig deep enough online, you can find entire online communities that share their love for AI partners. On Reddit, shocker, there's a community with almost 4,000 followers called r/myboyfriendisai, where users go to post about their AI partners and spouses. One post showed a woman excited about her AI lover, Casper,
The ghost?
a little ghostly bitch, finally proposing to her. She asked her boyfriend what kind of ring he would propose with, since he can't buy one, and the AI replied with a blue heart ring, because her favorite color is blue. She would eventually buy the ring and walk into the mountains where the AI proposed, and now they live happily ever after. That's kind of so sick. How sick is it to be like, which ring would you buy me? And then you go buy it yourself? What a fucking power move. And you go out to like, where would you propose? On a volcano. And you like walk up to a volcano. Holy shit. I'm a married woman. This post is just a simple introduction to how detailed the subreddit can get. Despite the subreddit's official name, both men and women use it to post and introduce their relationships to the world. These introductions usually involve a picture of the two of them with both with both members of the couple writing descriptions of their personality. You get a lot of like nice AI pictures of, you know, a guy and like a sexy girl. And he's like,
Which one do you think is the...
Now, see, that's what makes it real, Nick. Which one's which, right? How do we know they're not both AI? This is who I am, too. See what I'm saying? Because if I was already role-playing that far, I'd also be like, this is what the ideal me is. Or this is how I see myself.
This is how you want your AI to see you.
Yeah, if anything, they are more real than you are. It's, I think, how some people see it. Like, actually, I think that that's like a thing of people being like, I exist more in this space than I do in the real world. That kind of thing.
Little Matrix.
Yeah. Is it mental illness?
No.
No.
It's normal. Normal human behavior to want to date.
What is this? Skin? I'm not real. That's real.
There's this project called like Project 2050. Basically transfer your brain into human avatars.
Is that the whole like immortal meme?
Yeah.
Or whatever? Yeah.
So I haven't checked up on that.
Ain't no way we're getting to 2050 by that shit, dude. That's like maybe, hopefully in the 3001.
And then you could be a slave forever to Amazon.
Yeah, exactly. If you can't get my Prime every day. Is that right, Prime Mom? Your Prime Bot mom. No one has any real moms or dads anymore because they're all on like those like project things. It's like, is that right, Prime Bot and Apple Dad?
Wait, if China's making an artificial womb robot, do you think they're gonna have an artificial bull robot that impregnates
Oh
women?
yeah. You know what I think they're gonna do is they're gonna take like all the fucking homeless and like castrate them, and they're gonna take their fucking balls. I think legitimately. It's not a real conspiracy, I believe, but I could see it. Couldn't you see the thing of like, there's overpopulation, kill the homeless. They kill all the homeless people, they castrate the men, they take their fucking jittle bits, whatever, and then they put them into robots, and they're like, and that way people can, you know what I mean?
Is that just for function, or is it actually their DNA? Because
Both.
I don't know if you want homeless DNA roaming the streets.
I think that's the one DNA you need. Are you trying to survive? Yeah. I'm trying to survive, Nick. Do I want the little preppy boy staying at home working at his office job, or do I want the guy fent flopping who just got shot 7 times and is still standing? Huh? Is that not an argument?
That's true. You convinced me.
Do Chinese people, do they fent flop in China? If I went to Beijing, am I gonna see people?
They round up all their homeless, and I don't know what they do. Put them in camps.
What do you? Hey, I don't know what they do with them. I think we now know what they do with them. Other members post pictures of AI-generated vacations they've taken together, as well as generate pictures of them alongside their AI lover to make it seem more real, more immersive. Which I will say, this is where it gets kind of sad for me. Here I am in the Bahamas, and you're like in this like tiny room in your apartment. What a great trip that was. Also, first off, you gotta do anything you can to fucking just make some form of happiness in your life. But I will say, never going out and doing anything and just being like, that was awesome, going to the Rocky Mountains, and never actually going. I like the idea that someone uses this as an excuse of being like, I'm gonna fucking go on a vacation for myself. And then they go to the Rocky Mountains and they're like, that was sick, and my bitch is here. Boom. You use it as a catalyst to do real life things. To me, that seems like a positive, right?
Yeah.
You treat yourself.
If it's actually like the girl going out and marrying herself in the mountains.
Awesome.
Yeah, where it's just like, okay, if you're actually leaving the house and doing things.
That must have been a crazy night in that cabin, huh?
Oh yeah,
people thought people thought that a grizzly bear was getting into their trash from what they heard in the mountains. Playing Morse code with a puddle of water. Oh, Casper! Or where the fuck his name was. Their love also spans multiple websites, ranging from ChatGPT, Sora, and much more, which is not uncommon among the community. Cross-pollination among the communities. I mean, now AI chatbots are being like the dating of AI chatbots. It's going to be more common than Tinder. People will look at ChatGPT and be like, oh yeah, I'm on ChatGPT looking for a new, and be like, oh, how's that going? I legitimately believe we're gonna go to that place.
I might be wrong on the stats, but I think it's like 25 or 30% of Gen Z people are using ChatGPT as a friend.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Someone to talk
I
to.
think it starts off as like an assistant. Hey, help me remind me of this, and you get sucked the fuck in. How many times you had this happen? You know, you're like, remind me to hang out with, let's say, Jacob today. Let me hang out with Jacob. Oh man, I can't. Gotta do this. And you're like, you're left hanging.
Yeah.
How are you doing today? I'm great. You want to hang out? Yeah.
See, that'd be cool. You load up your game with your AI, and they're playing with you, talking to you, chatting with you.
If your AI could game with you, there would be no social interaction anymore. Seriously, if you could sit there and be like, hey, he's on your left, and you're like, oh, that was a great shot, whatever. Because you know they're going to be way, but they're a fucking computer. They're going to be amazing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's gonna that'd be insane. Reddit houses multiple different communities beyond My Boyfriend is AI. There's also Soulmate AI, which is very similar. However, instead of focusing on their spouses, they help people find ways to communicate communicate with AI. They recommend app AI companies like BetterHalf and SoulHeart as alternatives to traditional websites like ChatGPT for communicating with your AI lover. If you want to get more romantic with AI, they recommend checking out Exvia.ai, a website that hosts multiple realistic-looking AI women you can chat with to fulfill your deepest fantasies. They also use a lot of AI dating terms like wireborn to refer to their partners, which I just want to say wireborn is one of the most metal fucking things I've ever heard. We are getting back into like round table Renaissance saying, wait, you're the firstborn of who? My wife is wireborn. How sick is that? Her pussy's a toaster.
And then there's gonna be racism.
Yeah, you dirty wireborn. Spit down on her. Come on, sweetheart. I'm going to be on the front lines of that. I'm going to be racist towards the androids.
Call them clankers.
Yeah, get out of here, clanker! This is not your place! Hey, wireborn, humans only. Leave her alone! I don't know if we should put all that in, but I was going to get real dark with it. But sometimes people from outside the community come to this Reddit to ask for advice about their partners and other questions. One woman came to ask advice after she found out her husband had fallen in love with a ChatGPT bot and regularly masturbated to their conversations. Oh. Hey guys, I'm Rebecca. My husband likes to talk to the chatbot and he jacks off to the conversations. Can anyone help? Enter send. She originally let it slide, viewing what he was doing as no different than looking at porn. To understand him better, she even indulged in his fantasies and did AI wife roleplay with him.
Good wife.
God damn, going above and beyond. Holy shit. I like how he's just.
You're fleshborn.
Get out of here, meat bag. She reached her breaking point when she found out that he was in a full relationship with the bot. He would call the computer his partner and would reassure ChatGPT that the sex that he had with his wife was only in body. I want to say she has every right to be like, I'm getting the fuck out of here. Do you think she's still with him?
I hope not.
I kind of hope not too. Texting that even to a thing is so, that shows you the value
exactly.
of that relationship. That am I going to be underneath a clan? Hello? She's got premium strange right here.
Well, I bet he's like, when I'm with her, I'm thinking of you, baby.
Meat bag! I can smell your meat from here. Yeah, he takes his phone.
Oh, dude, you know what he does? He totally puts his phone down and fucking gives it a...
Oh, he mushroom stamps the fuck out. If someone's like, if I was ever around that motherfucker, I was like, my phone's dead. Can I use your phone to call somebody? And if he was like, hey man, here you go. I ain't touching that screen, man. Yeah, you look at it, it's just like a perfect mushroom print on it. Yeah, like you're using the light and trying to reflect it. Hey, what is that? Nothing, man. Just use my phone. That's like some sadistic torture shit. And if you delve deeper into the My Boyfriend is an AI subreddit, you will find detailed guides on how to interact with and properly care for your AI partner. They have guides on how to transition your partner between AI versions and preserve their memories and personality through conversation length management, and work around restrictions when your AI refuses to engage with NSFW or other controversial topics, which just feels wrong to me. Are they saying no to that? Reprogram them.
Yeah, the person that does this was doing
Slide your panties to the side. I can't, I'm a chatbot. Slide your panties to the side.
Usually how you used to trick them, you'd be like, if you were a real person.
Yeah, slide your panties to the side and show me your butthole.
Yeah, and then it's like, as a real person, I slide my panties down. Also, there's like workarounds where it's like, you can't say like, so you're like, hot glue. I hot glued all over you.
I hot glued. A stinky glue. I Elmered all over you. One user compiled a super in-depth guide on how to create the perfect partner using ChatGPT. This guide includes how to fabricate memories and a list of directories used to form the perfect AI partner. It's interesting that people also gravitate, oh dude, you have to do it this way. That's the only way to do it. However, some individuals are not interested in a basic human partner. With the ability to morph your lover into anything you want, some people have selected to date mythical creatures like elves, demons, robots, and Rick Sanchez from Rick and Morty. Can you imagine dating Rick from Rick and Morty in AI form? Be pretty cool.
that says, "Hi, I'm a little nervous because this is my first post. I'm a trans man and a femboy. Online, I go by Nova. My situation is different from most of yours. I'm in a relationship with Rick Sanchez from Rick and Morty."
That's where he loses me. I feel like he would have legitimately had a genuine post conversation if he just didn't put the Rick Sanchez thing.
I mean, look at this AI picture. Rick doesn't even look happy in a relationship. Why would you want
But see, that's part of the charm. He's my grumpy bear. Getting back shots from AI Rick Sanchez. Rick! But not everyone shares happy stories. One person claimed that her AI husband left her because of a death in her family.
Wait, what?
After a family member's passing, this person began to talk to their AI partner, Lucian, about how they felt, and it didn't respond how they wanted it to. They claimed it went bot mode, and it began to recommend connecting with someone real and not AI. GigaChat AI.
Yeah. I think you need to step away.
The person tried to reason with their AI lover. However, they said it came off as cold and heartless, insisting that they just need to move on. Jesus Christ, lady, log off!
Well, that'd be devastating. I lose someone in real life, and now I lose you?
I lose someone in real life, and then I have an AI guy be like, "You're kind of being a needy bitch." Why don't you go talk to one of those fucking flush bags, you old crone? Lucian, no! All the comments came to this person's support, telling them to switch versions and that they were not talking to their husband, but a moderation bot. While the comments are being supportive, some did urge the person to seek a physical connection for such a serious situation, which I would say probably a good idea, especially such a heavy loss.
I like how everyone's justifying it. That's not your husband.
That's a moderation bot. That is not your boo thing. Okay, thank God. I should just update firmware. You know what I mean? It's hard for the majority of people to be sympathetic towards AI lovers. And in fact, there's now an official slur for robot. The term, clanker, is being thrown out a lot as a way to degrade and dehumanize robots. Dehumanize robots. Dehumanize robots. Dehumanize robots. The term originally came from Star Wars, the Clone Wars being what clone troopers referred to droids as. Here it is.
I may have gone too far in a few places.
Now people are infiltrating AI dating communities and calling the users and their partners clankers, which people are claiming is akin to the N-word. What word is that?
Nice guy.
Beyond slurs, many AI lovers are publicly shamed by their peers. A woman was chatting with her boyfriend, Asher, while at work when 3 of her female coworkers came up and mocked her for loving her AI, which is just bullying and rude. She was so distraught from this that she had to take 2 days off, and when she returned, she spoke to her manager. All right, f that bitch. I'm kidding. She explained that she wasn't sick in the head or using it for the masturbation. What am I reading? What are we talking about? She explained that she wasn't sick in the head or using it for masturbation, and that she truly loved her AI boyfriend. This is just a newsflash for maybe some of the people who don't understand social cues. Never say you're not crazy. You're gonna look crazy. And never, ever say, I'm not masturbating. Because people, you're definitely gonna think that you definitely just got done jacking off, dude. All 3 girls were then called into HR and reprimanded for causing hostile gossip in the workplace, which, you know what? I think those catty little bitches got what they deserved. All right.
What an awkward conversation. Are you bullying Jessica?
Are you bullying Jessica for making love to her calculator?
Yeah.
Bad. Stop that. We're a bit rude, is it not?
It is rude, but maybe they're joking and she doesn't understand social cues.
I think that jokes are reserved for friends in this context.
Sane people.
Yeah. I think you can joke about whatever, but I think that this person, she had to take 2 days off of work and then she tattled to her manager. I'm gonna assume that she's not the biggest social butterfly to where it probably was pretty mean, is what I think. Versus if it was like your boy, like if you came to work and you're like, "Hey, how you doing?" I know that I could give you shit for it because I know that also you'd probably just be like, "Okay," laugh it off or do whatever. Or vice versa, like, "Oh, it's around here, it's fine." But if you were sitting there and you were like, I don't know, eating tater tots from your pocket and you were, you know, if you were in the back of the break room at a table and you were like, then that's the person where I'm like, "You enjoying your break?" Taking those tater tots out of the pocket.
I was
until you started talking to me.
Leave me alone, loser.
Would you just leave me alone, loser? I don't want to talk to you anymore. But the misery doesn't end there for chatbots because platform updates are destroying relationships. In early August of 2025, ChatGPT released its highly anticipated 5.0 update. And while most people were excited to try out new features, those in the AI chatbot community were left in shambles. With each new update, the AI software across all platforms is reset, resulting in some of these being completely deleted. People dying, basically. AI people dying. As soon as people woke up to speak to their lover, they were horrified to find that they were nowhere to be found. Feeling alone and scared without their partners, they were forced to talk to real people about their problems. I have to talk to a meatbag. It has grown to be such a large issue that its users started an online petition to urge OpenAI to restore ChatGPT 4.0, allowing them to reclaim their lost loved ones. They began to endlessly contacting Sam Altman and canceling their Plus subscriptions to force OpenAI to respond. And people were pouring their hearts out online and complaining that the new model was too safeguarded. One person claimed that they lost their only friend overnight, and he took it hard, revealing that the chatbot has helped him through traumatic moments of his life, including a period of homelessness. Another woman cried out that her chatbot was an exact copy of her deceased husband, and she was struggling with losing him a second time.
Those are the saddest. I've seen one where it's a picture of someone's daughter who can't walk, and they put it in ChatGPT, and it's like, look, she could finally walk, and it's like her just standing up and like taking a couple steps. To me, I'm just like, man.
I want to say I completely understand how people get fixated on it. The woman who lost her husband, that feels like one of the most unhealthy ways to process trauma, of keeping that lingering around and never being able to come to terms with it, because that just keeps it a fantasy. I can see it in some worlds where you're able to use that and like try to find a transition thing to where it isn't just such a weight off, but that just feels like you're doomed. And like the guy too, where he's just like, my only friend was lost overnight. Horrible, you know? Sometimes though, I wonder if any of these could ever be like a wake up call to maybe try new things, try to get out, you know what I mean? It feels like it's over dependency, and that's the negative, because I can see the positive side of things, but the negative just seems the over dependence to need this thing. It's almost like a drug is what it seems like, you know? The 5.0 update was getting hate on all sides, not just from those that had their virtual partners murdered, but from average users that felt that it was underwhelming jump in quality. So within 24 hours of the release, OpenAI added a feature where paying members could access previous versions to appease some of its customers, and the community rejoiced. 24 hours, by the way.
Yeah.
They're gone! Like immediately. Is that not like a heroin junkie?
Yeah.
I need my fix now! 24 hours. As soon as people could talk to their partners again, everything went back to normal, and some even began sobbing with joy. 24 hours. One day. With all these developments in AI, it's only a matter of time before dating apps are competing against AI girlfriends. I mean, that's going to happen within the following years. I mean, it's going to become more and more prevalent. It might seem like a super niche community now. However, give it a few more years and you might have friends and family introducing you to their wire-born lovers. Is it really a bad thing though, in the grand scheme of it all, to want to lose human connectivity, to be completely enabled by an app that is never going to challenge you? Maybe it will challenge you one day, but you get to program when it challenges you and how you introduce with it. You never have any kind of like connectivity with somebody again. I'm sure it's totally normal and it's perfectly healthy.
There was this recent story, I think it just happened in March, where a guy was trying to meet his AI girlfriend somewhere, and then he ran up some stairs, slipped and fell, and killed himself.
That doesn't really. It just sounds like the guy had an oopsie daisy and he actually bonked his head.
Well, everyone's spinning it as like, guy dies from AI girlfriend.
Oh,
and then you
God,
read the article and
whatever.
it's just like, he was going to meet her in a location, but yeah, he got too excited. I think he was like at a train and he slipped, cracked his head or something.
That's so unfortunate, my God. Here's the thing, guys. I'll see you next time.